Hi everyone, I'm Albert again. I know not everyone was fortunate enough to attend the Congress, so I thought I would record and upload another video during Congress week. So I want to continue my recent NAL discussion on self-control, and this time I also realized I haven't really discussed games I've lost, so I don't want to give people impression that I'm somehow only playing players weaker than me or somehow I never lose. So I'll go through an example. This is a game I played against Michael Chen. I said 7 down here, but of course he's actually a professional player now. We play at the Burning Board. This is one of our self-pair games, and I really learned a lot from him. So I was white. In the first instance of self-control is actually from my end. So I'll fast forward to where it's important. So I played here, and he tenuki'd. So that made me a little bit unhappy because I thought I've spent so many moves. Like I guess first here and then B and then also C. So it seemed like I almost have him surrounded and he doesn't have 2 eyes on the side. But upon further reading, I realized it's actually not possible to kill. So locally black is dead, or maybe perhaps there could be a ko here. But I'm definitely too weak on the outside to do anything. For example, if I block, black can get this connection sente, it will be pretty hard for white to prevent black from escaping. For example, yeah, white's outside is pretty weak, and of course black doesn't need to play R7 first. And if Hane here is sente, there's potentially moves. Black can potentially go into the corner. So I thought there's no way to kill, so I have to play the long game and kind of concede a small loss. So I play N4 and then profit a little bit on the side. And now the game, it's not great for white, but it's still a long game. If I just tried to kill this without proper planning, then the game could have collapsed for me right here. So I think it's important here just to realize you can't do what you can't do. So at this point, my earlier moves were just sunk costs, so I have to have other plans. So of course, because black tenuki earlier, the efficiency for black this so far is a lot better. So I have to basically wait for my chances. My shapes in the bottom is solid. The problem for white now is of course territory, because black has quite a bit in the bottom and then a decent potential on the top. So I have to wait for my chances to start a final fight to complicate the game later. But first, I need to take care of my group on the left. If I try to do anything to invade right now, then even if I live on the top, black can easily profit on the left side. So I have to do more preparation in anticipation of the final fight. So here I think he gave me a slight chance by cutting here, because after capturing, my corner is completely safe, and now he has a moyo here to worry about. It's still good for black, but at least I have every group settled, and now I can just basically gamble inside black's territory later, which is exactly what I did. I definitely don't have the luxury of playing, let's say, slower moves like this, because black is just way ahead in territory. I have to go really deep. So with this move, as a helper stone, I invade very deeply. This kind of aims at black's only weakness here, which is if I can, for example, there's a cut aji here, and I can hane and connect underneath. And the other weakness for black is the peep here. So it's interesting I played the clamp. I might not go into too much detail here, but I just want to point out here, it just involves a lot of reading. I was thinking if black descend, instead of playing normal peep, I can actually play here. So then if black tiger smile, I can connect and then hane. Now white shape is pretty good. If I just push here and push again, then black doesn't have to respond at F15, of course. And if I play here, black still plays, let's say, disattach, then I can potentially Atari from this side. There's just more aji for me to play with. Now, it doesn't work quite like this, but white will have more aji. For example, maybe I can play this kosumi or something like that. Or maybe I can use this sente because I can throw in for a ko. So my shape will be a little more flexible. So fast forward a little bit, black still maintained a lead, but I was able to reduce black's territory. and the game going to endgame is a little definitely more complicated than before. And I play here. But black still is a little bit ahead. I felt I have a chance, but I still can't be complacent. But at least I get clawed back a little bit from the upper invasion. So I'll go to the focus of the game. I've been aiming at the endgame on the left for a while, and I finally found my chance here. So this move, he had a few blunders here. Basically, he caps to Atari here and allow me to connect. After I get this push Sente, now black's liberty shortage is a very big problem. I can Hane here. If black connects, I can connect here. And the earlier 3 stones now becomes white's territory. So this is a disaster for black. So he had to capture, and then once this stone moves out, black's in trouble, because then I can Atari in Sente, and now as soon as I play this bamboo, the upper side becomes the same AI. Now the interesting thing is, it doesn't really matter if black wins, or if white is alive here, as long as white can force black into a capturing race. Why would I gain many points? So before, the upper side was 4 stone, 8 point, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, plus this 20, 21, 22. This was a 22 point territory. And at this point, if black captured these 5, let's say like this 6, this is only 12. So black lost 10 points in the top, and white will most likely have Sente. On the left side, white lost a little bit, but white still has the option to connect back at A. So the loss here is really more like giving black a stone at B. So that's definitely nowhere near 10 points. So this is a very, very big swing for white. So at this point, I thought I really, I most definitely reversed the game, because I wasn't down by too much, and now I suddenly gained a lot of points in the top. And of course, Michael definitely blundered here, and he knew it. I could kind of feel it. But little did I know, actually, he Tenuki in the top in this critical moment and played this clamp, to play this attachment. And it was actually the correct move. The confusing part is, I won't go over my blunder here. I actually could have played this a little better. But basically at this point, the upper shade could be a Seki, or black can capture. Let's say black plays here, and I have to, it doesn't really matter. I can play here, and then, yeah. So basically black's able to capture, and if black Tenuki, and this is now a Seki. This is a Seki. So in my head, I was sort of calculating that I'll get Sente in the top. Let's say, black will capture, but I gain 10 points on top, and notice I also gain a point at 019. Because black made a bad exchange here earlier, and I can come back. And actually I have this Sente, so I can come back to the big endgame, let's say here. So I basically profit 10 points in Sente, and then come back to another big endgame. But he was able to really make the quick evaluation and thought that even though we're playing all this very quickly, Michael, I think, really showed his pro strength here. He doesn't really look flustered. He just calmed down and thought and recounted and figure out the actual biggest move on the board is really not to capture these 6 stones. It is actually the attachment here. And the reason that is big is because it's basically a reverse Sente. Compared to the top. And by playing here, I have to play here at D19, and he has Sente now. So the top becomes a Seki. This becomes Seki. But it's only 12 points at this point, because this only concerns the life and death of 6 stones. And when black gets B15, the swing here is already around 7 points. And later he did actually get this move, so he gained even more. White lost about 5 points, and then black gained around 3. So he gained around almost, let's say 7 points here, rather than 12. But right now, he got Sente. So it's actually a very big difference. So despite my kind of endgame attack, I wasn't able to reverse the game. And in fact, he actually gained on me later in the end game. So I ended up losing by 10 points, which was not particularly close. So I'll just show the end. Basically, he won a ko in the bottom right, and then somehow made like a komi in the center, while white got pretty much nothing. And it was until like when he find a ko, I definitely realized that I lost. And I felt really bummed because I thought the upper side was a really strong attack and successful attack for me. But at the very end, I kind of threw it because I didn't play here. This would have been a kind of seki or ko that black cannot tenuki. So basically it's, yeah, so now if I tenuki, this is still a seki or ko. So I basically lost a move. In the game, we were playing this part quickly because we were in BO, or actually it was Fisher time, but we're both down time. So we're trying to play quickly here. But he was able to basically pause and then reevaluate. I think that's something I definitely learned from, and hopefully a lot of you, the viewers, will also benefit from learning about this. So I think I felt very humbled after this game. Not only did he tenuki very decisively in the early game, but when I tried to mount an attack, he was able to kind of remain in control and catch basically all my mistakes along the way, even while into the end game, and ultimately won by 10 points. So there's that, another example of self-control and where I learned from a significant loss. So I think I'll thank Michael, the professional, for giving me the chance to play him at Burning Board. And I hope the reader or the viewers will take something from this too. If you're not in Congress, it's okay. You can still enjoy Go online by watching this video or play other people. Thank you.